Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Oakamber, and I am here to show you more progress on my mod. I've retextured some outfits and armor, so that you can get some unique armor and equipment that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get in Skyrim. So this is the Wraith uniform, and the Wraith uniform is a light armor set. I've customized a helmet here with glowing eyes. It took me forever to figure out glow mapping, but I finally figured it out, and I'm quite pleased with it. You'll be able to craft Wraith armor from the various amounts of monsters you'll find in the Shadowlands, which is a huge part of this mod. But I actually recorded footage beforehand for this little example, and I was displeased with it all. I just did away with it. I was so tired. I was unable to present my mod properly, and I was just like, I don't remember what I'm doing, so I decided to record it fresh. So I deleted all that footage, and here I am again filming the same shit I did again. However, since then, I have added more stuff into the game, like new weapons. So there's new armor and new weapons. This is the first armor set, and you'll need to get stuff from the Shadowlands to create it. It's for light armor. I do have a heavy armor set in a moment here. I'll show you that. But first, let's pull out one of the new weapons. Now, this is one of the weapons. It's a low tier item, I consider it, but it's quite powerful. Storm Crasher. It has a unique glowing effect, but other than that, it looks identical to a Nordic axe. Now, this is nothing really that special. It looks cool, though. It looks very cool, and it does deal a lot of damage. Shock damage and stamina. Here it is. Storm Crasher. Target takes 80 points of shock damage, twice as much magicka, and deals 30 points of stamina. That's why it's green and red, like a watermelon. I think it's cool. I think it's really neat. However, it pales in comparison to Excalibur. This has to be the coolest weapon I've ever created. Excalibur is based off of a childhood sword that I had, a toy. I'm pretty sure a lot of kids like me had swords. As you can see, the glow map on this weapon is phenomenal. It is outright shining. This is like a holy weapon, arcane, wrapped together kind of thing. I spent a couple of hours on texturing. I added runes all along the blade and all that stuff. Let's get a nice close-up, shall we? Yeah. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful weapon that I spent a long time on. Each and every one of these runes glows. It has its own customized aura that I took the Draugr glow weapon aura and I modified that and I made it yellow. So the blade is literally vibrating this color. This is a very strong one-handed weapon. It might actually be the strongest one in the game at the moment. And I think rightfully so. You're going to have to craft this sword, or I might decide that it's going to be a summon weapon. However, if it's a summon weapon, I kind of don't want the player to be able to have two of them. So I have to figure out how to tweak that. I would like it to be a summon weapon, but you're probably going to have to craft it, just because I don't want the player having two. They're way too strong. Now, in addition to this amazing weapon, there's a few summon spells I've added into the game. And there's more weapons and armor, but let's just show this off. You've probably seen this guy in one of my other videos. This is my magical blue cow. You're probably asking yourself, why did I add a magical blue cow into the game? Why the hell not? Ow. Ow. I got hit by something. Well, it's time to show what this weapon can do. This weapon is designed for undead, but it is incredibly strong against anything else. Yeah, he's hella dead. So, anyway, the cow is a coward. It runs away. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because if you're in a dungeon and you summon a magical blue cow, it'll run through the dungeon, attracting every enemy in the area, and this aura will deal damage to them. It's a silly summon, but it's adorable. And he'll moo, too. Like, he'll do his little thing. He doesn't quite like to follow. So, oh no, he does, that's right, he's bound by the the code of the arcane summoning script, so I just have to keep walking this way, and he'll be like, "Hey, where are you going? Come here. Come here, cow." Here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's the magical blue cow. I'm quite happy about that. I'm glad that's a thing. So let's equip the next tier of armor, the heavy armor. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, I've already got the boots and gloves equipped. Well, that's because those are going to be exactly the same. They're going to be light armor version and the heavy armor, but I like how they look with the wraith armor. Also, it's a bitch trying to texture all this stuff. I can really appreciate now the work that Bethesda put into this game with each and every texture. So this is the heavy armor equivalent, and this is going to be a shadow stone that you're going to collect. And I have lightened the rivets on Daedric armor, I have darkened everything else, and I have given it a completely new glow effect. So it's like bluish. The male and female versions of this actually do appear differently. That's a Silverhand Elite guy. They do appear differently, and we're going to murder him and his friend, if we can.
Never should have come here.
You're nothing special with Excalibur. The Sword of Swords. Yeah. I have to show you what this does against undead, because it's pretty amazing. Also, if you're playing a lot of werewolf mods like I am, this weapon will deal amazing amounts of damage to werewolves, so lycanthropes beware. So, yeah, the male and female versions of this armor are actually, different in slight color variants, but other than that, they're identical. I thought I heard a spider. No, I was wrong. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next weapon or two. No, all items. Battle Axe of the Fallen. Whoops, he died. Okay, so the Battle Axe of the Fallen. Oh, I was permanently... Why am I running? Oh, okay, my sprint and other thing are now switched for some reason. Wait, huh? Do I have... No. I was like, why can't I... Oh, hold on, my thing is screwed up. I hit control and I'm trying to sprint. And I'm not really sprinting for the video, I just sprinted in general because, you know, I can't sit still for more than 1 second. And my freaking controls reverted to walk, so I'm hitting Alt trying to run and I can't run. Okay, well, this is the Battle Axe of the Fallen. As you can see, it's a customized red glowing Draugr axe. As you can see, I've been playing around with the Draugr effects. So this has its own custom red glow. This is another unique weapon. This, I, of course, will make a summon because, you know, it's a spectral weapon, and I'm thinking, you know, you should be able to summon it. It's fairly strong in its own right. It's twice the strength of the normal axe. And has a powerful absorb health enchantment. So that's a bonus. For you fighters who need, you know, health and all that, who are also studying conjuration, this is a powerful weapon. Also for a battle mage, this is a perfect weapon for them. They'll be able to summon this effect and still keep into the fight, you know, even with light armor. But for now, it's just a normal weapon. I will make it a conjuration. I don't know. Leave in the comments below. Do you want to see this one as a, Just tell me anything. Anything you want to say about these weapons, you know, because I need some input. I'm definitely making that first shadowy sword that I made, the Duskbreaker, into a conjuration spell, because it's far too powerful. And, you know, tweaking... I need to know what you'd like tweaked before I make the mod anyways. I'm putting in my own personal flavor to things, but I need to know exactly what you want to see. This is a weapon that shares a very similar enchantment to that one, and this is going to be a forged weapon. This is the Crimson Edge. Crimson Edge is another customized weapon I created with a powerful absorb health enchantment. And it has its own customized glow as well. It's the same color, but I actually had... There's two different files. There's the axe glow, and then there's the sword glow. So I had to go into the sword glow and make a completely new one. Again, none of these weapons are retextures in-game. Although I did take base textures and I made new ones out of them, these will not replace the... here, let me show you an example here. Help. Dragon Bone Greatsword. Whoops. Still gotta learn them all. Player dot add item and 0A14 FCC 1. Did it? No? No. 0? Oh. Yeah. Not 0, but I missed a 0. So you'll see here in a moment, you got the Crimson Edge, which is right here. That's the sword I have. I have the Dragonbone Greatsword. So it's not a retexture. You will still have the vanilla weapons that these are based off of in the brand new ones. They're essentially unique weapons. Completely unique, with their own stats, their own, you know, sort of place in the world. So that's what I wanted to aim for. I'm sick of lazy mods. Although there's a lot of good ones, I'm sick of lazy mods add retextures and then completely blow away the original textures. Like, this does not replace Daedric armor at all. Neither does the Reaper armor. That doesn't replace any armor in the game. You're still going to find that stuff. But in addition, my mod is going to offer new weapons and all sorts of cool stuff on top of it. So let's show you another sword I worked on. This one took me a little bit longer to make. This is the Sword of the Mage Knight. It's a one-handed sword. It's a, you know, obviously it's a Nordic great sword, but it's in one hand. I felt that made it kind of unique for the world that it's in. It is incredibly fast. It uses all the elements as damage. It's soul traps, and it does more damage at night. So this weapon is pretty boss. And I chose to make it a one-hander because I felt I should. As you can see, it does all that damage at once. My guy is doing this thing again where he's not running. Why am I carrying too much? Oh wait, duh, that's why, because I added a dragon. Let's get rid of Deathforge Bow. Deathforge Bow is not in the game. That's another thing I made. So I took another person's mod, I made my own custom item, and then I added enchantments. But no, the stuff that you will see, the stuff that I'm purposefully naming here. So you can have 2 of these weapons. They're not overpowered.
These vampires are becoming a real menace.
I know they are. You can have 2 of these out, and I don't have 2 of them right now, but they do a lot of damage. So let's summon in... why is that glowing? What's going on here? What? Oh, that was my... for the video I did, that Lich King armor, I just abandoned it. I'm pretty sure half the weapons are out in the forest somewhere too. Okay, that's not in the mod. Don't worry, don't think about that. So let's add some skeletons. Help. Skeleton. So player. Place at me. FF000D71, and we're gonna add 19 of these little bastards. Whoops. Oh, wow. Syntax error. One moment. There we go. Okay, so these are all skeletons from different places. And as you can see, that's Excalibur exploding. Whoa. I'm getting a message here.
You can't beat me.
So it has the Dawnbreaker, sorry, effect on it. Come here, you little bit. No, he's gonna run away because he's feared. It's a very powerful enchantment. That's the Mage Bane, and that does do magic damage as well. Magicka damage. Now, you're probably going to wonder, oh, again, are these skeletons in the game? No, but I will be adding a skeleton model at some point. Whoops, I died. Shit. like I was saying, I will be adding a skeleton model into the game at some point, and that, I'll be adding a few more monster models in, but as it stands, I've only got the few that I have. I've got the Blood Troll and the Shadow Atronach, which, by the way, I should probably show that spell off in a moment here. Okay, my game crashed while I was trying to load in a spell here, but okay, so this is the Shadow Flame Atronach spell. It is sometimes a little buggy here and there, but hopefully it'll work this time. Alright, there we go. I found out while creating custom creatures why they don't often summon sometimes, and that's because you have to have nav mesh aligned. So in my own custom world, there's a few things I have to fix here and there, but other than that, you got this Shadow Atronach, beautiful Shadow Atronach that I retextured and all that stuff. Now, this model here, I have actually gone through painstaking efforts to replace everything with purple. As you can see, though, there's a little bit of fringing and the flame there, which I did fully replace the fringing and the flame, but they won't work for some reason. So this, I basically say, well, it's just a hybrid. So I'm going to write into the story that the Atronach, this Atronach is the product of infusing shadow magic into a Daedra. And that's what I'm sticking to, because it's not as easy as it looks, and especially for someone like me who is a visual learner, and I have to learn by pulling something apart. So I will not be able to create a fully purple Atronach like this, but I will be making more than just one type of shadow-infused Daedra. This, though, is very powerful. If I were to attack it a few times... Come on. It uses all the shadow magic. See that? That was the mana drain in effect there. Whoa. Where'd it go? Oh. Its time must have ran out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. It's draining my mana. Of course, I have such godly mana regen as it is. It's not going to be able to do shit. Ooh. Ooh. One more of those and I'm dead. It likes to drain mana. Oh, there we go. It uses all the shadow magic available. So the Shadow Atronach is a pretty dangerous opponent. You don't want to really face it in the wild, and I don't really think I'll be putting it in the wild, but I might add characters that can summon them. Not too many, though, as shadow magic is incredibly overpowered versus the player. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention a neat little note about this axe is what it does when it hits something. It has a cool visual. Whoops. No, it doesn't work on small targets. It only works on bigger targets. Okay, let's hit a bigger target. I'm here, bigger target. It'll add like an aura effect. The aura doesn't actually do anything, but I think it looks cool, and it does signify this axe as unique, other than the aura that you see glowing from it. I will? Okay. That guy doesn't like me.
Bad idea.
Yeah! Oh, and we're dead. Shoot. Let's go to the shadow plane. Ooh, spooky. As you can see, it's gotten a massive makeover since the last time we were here. Oh, gotta equip my sword again. So I wanted to give it a very Silent Hill-esque feeling to it, and I think I've done a pretty good job of this. It was difficult for me to learn how to get everything to fall in place here, like the fog and all that, but I finally figured it out. I disabled the sky, so it's a very foreboding place with foreboding enemies. So let me bring it to the newer area here, just across the bridge. And we will see one of the new monsters I have placed into the game that you can't summon currently, but you will be able to soon enough. In the Shadow Plane, you'll find ingredients like Death Bell and probably a few other things I'll be adding in. I haven't really decided what else we're going to be adding in here, but for the most part, it's a wrecked little hellish universe It's very quiet. There was supposed to be a lot of rain here, and for some reason that doesn't work. I don't really mind, considering the world is pretty freaky in its own right. So, there'll be buildings that you can go into, just a few. There's plenty of monsters running around here and there, and they don't joke around. This is a blood troll. I have retextured it. Whoa! Okay. I'm gonna use Excalibur to see the sword. Oh, he still killed me. Oh, they don't F around. They hit very hard. Alright, so blood trolls hit incredibly hard. And, you're going to need to have some very good equipment to get in here. I'm not really skilled with any of these things. This is one of my debug characters that I use for a lot of the fun little videos that I make every now and again. This is actually Deckard Cain renamed Arthas, whom I'll probably be deleting soon enough. Let's use Luminaire on him. Wow. Even one of the strongest spells I've made doesn't do jack shit against him. Probably because it's designed to kill undead, but... well, it can knock him down, so that's good. Oh yeah, burn in holy light. So if you're a paladin, you'll be using these items here. Well, this sword, and he's stuck. He's stuck. So he should be dead. No, he lived. Oh no, he's dead. Okay. Well, I guess this is a good opportunity to show you what he looks like. Let's get spells here that give us light. It doesn't really give us light. Not so much. Do I even have any torches on me? I don't think I do. No, I do not. Shoot. Okay, so I had to give myself Mage Light to show you what this guy looks like. So he's a very dark, gruddy little thing, and he has blood splatter on his face and on his back. Thus the name Blood Troll. This was my first retextured test, and I have to say it was pretty grueling process to do it on a NPC figure so early. The Atronach was second that I worked on, so these are some of the generic inhabitants. You'll be cutting up these guys when you kill them, if you kill them, for the ingredients for the shadow armor that I'm wearing here. And I'll add a few other things you have to get to wear this armor. But in general, you know, that's one of the denizens of the Shadow Realm. I haven't added in a bunch of the others yet. Like I said, the Atronachs are not found here naturally, so you'll probably find them. I'll probably add like some sort of NPC roaming around, and you'll have to kill them for the stuff. Woo! We fell in the black sludge. So this is one of the other middle areas here. I forgot how fun Mage Light was. I'm not going to show you the entire map. I was going to in the last time I recorded it, and then I figured, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin the surprise, because there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. But what is the Shadowlands? A lot of people have been wondering. And every mod that comes out that is slightly similar to Shadow Magic has its own version. Mine is essentially the reflection from shadows of multiple worlds. So you're going to find a lot of stuff here that looks like it's from Skyrim or the Soulcairn or whatever. But basically anywhere there's shadows, that gets pooled together and congealed and gets compressed into this dark little corner that's neither the land of Daedra nor, you know, Prima Materia. This place is truly something into itself, and that's where shadow magic comes from. Shadow magic is nothing more than a compressed shadow of other spells, and a lot of shadow spells seem to be smoke-like, wisp-like, fluid-like, very much like fire or water. And the sole reason for that is because, well, the light sources give off the most shadow. So when it comes down to it, shadow magic is a reflection of anything, just like the world is a reflection of anything that would have some sort of shadow, or could give off light, or could create, you know, a diffused shadow. So yeah, There's a lot of interesting things I'm going to be adding in this mod. And there is a light world, and I do currently have it up and running. However, the spell to get there isn't working, so I have to figure out what I did wrong. It's probably a tiny little fix, but in any case, it's going to be a bitch to repair. I am still pretty new to scripting in Skyrim. I did a lot of scripting for Oblivion, but the scripting has changed since then, and it's a little problematic. I wanted to show you what the armor looks like here, because it looks really cool. You can really see all the glow mapping there. It's pretty badass. Rawr. Pretty pleased with this. I thought to myself I was just going to keep it simple with just spells and maybe 1 or 2 weapons, but I had this inspiration one night. I was looking at Daedric armor, and I was like, no, I can do that. I can do that. I'm confident that I can do that. So I was working on the troll, and I got that to work, and then I was like, yeah, Daedric armor. Let's retexture that. And then I was like, what's stopping me there? Let's make leather armor. And I don't know if I'll be making a light set of armor, but there will be more than just, shadow equipment, because this is not, designed for dark-lined characters. This mod is designed to give you a variety of new stuff to Skyrim. It's an add-on, a massive add-on that I've created, and I'm adding the best of the things I've ever done in Skyrim to this, including Death Grip, which I should probably show off here in a moment. Oh, I didn't make an item for that. Okay, well I actually didn't have Death Grip in my inventory, so I had to re-add it. This gives you that shadow aura that some of the shadow spells have. Not all of them will have it, but some of them do. I felt it was cool looking, and it doesn't really add anything to your character other than a particle effect. Unlike, fire and frost spells, which actually add damage and things like that. So this place is mostly frozen over, although it doesn't actually snow here, at least not yet, until I can figure out how to get weather in. I don't really think I need the weather, because it's quite nice by itself. I don't know, it feels like it does need something. There is music here. I have my music turned down, so you can't really hear it. So there's a troll. Let's hit him with Death Grip. Oop, we completely missed. Now, you've seen Death Grip in one of my videos, I'm sure. This is not the same... Ooh, that didn't do anything. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes, this isn't exactly the same Death Grip as I originally showed off. This Death Grip pulls enemies in different directions. I didn't intend that. I was a little angry at first, but then I said, well, actually, that's quite beneficial, because all you have to do is hit them, and their fate is sealed. So Death Grip will deal damage, and then it will pull enemies either towards you, or it will throw them random directions. It soul traps if it kills them, and it will actually bring the dead back to life. So let's try to kill one of these guys, and I'll show you what happens. So we're going to use Breath of Fire, which is a crowd favorite. Light up the night. And now he should die from fire damage. There we go. Shadow Trolls still take damage from fire, but they're more resistant to it in some respects. So we bring him back to life. And he gets up. Isn't that badass? Now, it doesn't bring them to life very long, but it does bring them back to life, which is a benefit. So if you're a necromancer, Death Grip is for you. It does soul trapping, and it does, all the life management stuff with the minions. So he'll fight his friend now. We're going to throw his friend if we can. There we go. Oh, he's on fire, and he's taking shadow damage. That is a really cool mixture. So he's going to go flying off the edge there. Oh, he came back! Oh, he came back to us because it's technically a grip spell. Where did he go? He must have got flung outward somewhere. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with some of the spells I've added and the weapons. All sorts of cool stuff. So, yeah, this is Debug Dustbreaker. I put it in my inventory originally to see if it would work, but It works, so now it's a summon spell. You can't just get it in your inventory normally. Well, these glow effects look really awesome in this place. You can really see them. Let's check out more of them. Stormcrasher. Oh, that looks so badass. Oh, that's so cool. Sort of the Mage Knight. Oh, that is just beast. Yeah. An Excalibur. Probably the glowiest sword I've ever made. Oh, that is just amazing looking. So yeah, this mod, I'm scheduling it for a release the end of this year. I'm not sure when. It might be a Christmas present to everyone, fans of mine. I'll be like, hey guys, it's up on the Nexus forums, and I will be posting more updates on it. It's not remotely near done yet, but I'm hoping to get it released, or at least a portion of it released, in order for a full, some sort of first wave version release, because a lot of modders will. I'm talking over my words now. I've done way too much recording tonight. A lot of modders will set a partial release. They'll do the core parts of it, and then they'll wait for another version. So at least a first version release will be this year, at the end of this year. I would like to get it mostly done before then, if not completed. There's no quests, there's no advanced kind of changes to the gameplay or anything. The only thing that changes is it's an expansion into itself. That's what I want to say. I'm not going to trip over my words any longer. So it will have the Academy, it will have the Shadowlands, it will have the Lightlands, 200, 300 spells and up. I may have said 400 at one point, but I'm going to reduce that for now, at least in the first version. And it's going to have weapons, armor, conjuration, restoration, all sorts of different kinds of spells. So thank you for watching this little update here. And I will be doing more updates regularly. I originally had said, well, I'm only going to do the 2 updates for now. But that's really not fair. And I do enjoy showing off my stuff to you guys. I do enjoy making it, and I will be so happy when people can review it and be like, hey, this is a good mod. Because I'm putting a lot of work into it. It's just me, so... thank you for watching. My name is Garrett Oakamber, and this is another look at my Skyrim Spell Mod.